Thank you so much. Can you hear me? Yeah. I'm former City Councilman Sal Albanese. I'm a candidate for mayor, and I'm honored to be here today with all of you to support your efforts to pressure Congress to pass this resolution. You know, China is a great country. It really should cease and desist from this horrific practice. I've seen some incredible videos of dogs being tortured, cats being tortured. That's not a civilized society. We need to make sure that the Chinese government knows that this is unacceptable. And what we do here makes a difference. I can tell you this, that New York City, I'm running for mayor of New York City, and what happens here has a ripple effect across the world. I mean, we want to send a message to South Korea and to China that this is not acceptable. And we think that public opinion, what we're doing here, flooding the airwaves, will make a difference. I've seen it happen with other issues. Although we don't have the legal power over what the Chinese do, public opinion matters. It matters. And some of the work that's been done by people undercover, going in to see what was going on in some of those farms where dogs were being tortured, beat with clubs, that is something that I believe the Chinese people will not tolerate, and neither will the rest of the world. So this is a big deal. Let me just tell you what I'm doing here in New York City, because New York City, unfortunately, does not have a no-kill policy, which is outrageous. We're supposedly the most progressive city in the world, allegedly, and yet we euthanize dogs on a regular basis and cats because there's no space in our shelters. And I'm committed, when I become mayor, to implementing a no-kill policy in New York City. No-kill policy. I'm also going to build quality shelters. We've seen some great shelters across the country. Austin has a pretty good shelter system. We want to open up quality shelters in every single borough where animals can be treated fairly and humanely, and we don't euthanize them as we're doing now because there's no room. It's unbelievable. And you also know that the animal care and control group that runs these shelters is under the Department of Health. That means they're buried somewhere. Nobody really pays attention to the fact that they're part of the city services that we need. What I want to do is I will spin ACC out of the Department of Health and create a Bureau of Animal Welfare with a commissioner and make it a full agency. And that will provide the resources that we need to make sure the shelters are funded properly. It would also give us the visibility that we need. We'll have a commissioner, we'll have somebody who will be an animal activist, not some bureaucrat, who will head that agency. I hope it's not the Chinese. Let me say this, that agency will also deal with international issues, because it will be high profile, and we will shame some of these countries because we're going to put animal welfare front and center in New York City. No longer will it be buried under the Department of Health, where basically those folks can't even deal with mental health, never mind animal welfare. So it's going to be no-kill policy, model shelters, and a full agency for animal welfare in New York City. So you guys won't have to be doing this, because we will have the people from officialdom holding press conferences on the steps of City Hall and other places, denouncing countries that continue this cruel trade. So we'll have a real impact. And I'm not talking hypothetically. Let me say this, because as a legislator for 15 years, we stood on the steps of City Hall over international issues that impacted Ireland, that impacted Russia, and had no real power, but we got things done because we brought it to the fore. We're in the media capital of the world. What we do here has a ripple effect across America and across the world. So it's great to see all of you. I think some of you will be at Columbus Circle tomorrow. I will probably be there. But stay strong. We will get this done, and we're gonna make animals to get treated like they should be, fairly. They should not be euthanized. They should be part of our society and treated with tender, loving care. Thank you so much. Have a great day.